Have you ever been walking through a mall, you see one of those cool, high-tech vending machines squeezing fresh orange juice, and then you see the price, and you just stop and think, wait, what? You are definitely not alone. It just doesn't seem to add up, does it? Well, today we're going to get to the bottom of this and figure out exactly why this supposedly simple cup of juice costs so much.
I mean, listen to this. 4 sips of juice for 170 rupees? That feeling of sticker shock is just universal. It's that moment where you just have to ask yourself, is this supposed to be a luxury, a convenience, or am I just getting ripped off? Let's figure it out.
And this brings us right to the big promise of the machine itself. We're always told that automation, robots and fancy machines, is supposed to make everything more efficient and, more importantly, cheaper for us. So what's going on here? Why doesn't that logic apply to our orange juice?
I mean, the whole idea is pretty simple, right? A machine is supposed to cut down on costs. You get rid of the need for a whole storefront, you reduce the number of staff. Those savings should, logically, get passed on to us, the customer. At least, that's what you think.
And just look at what this thing can do. It's completely self-sufficient. It takes the oranges, cuts them up, squeezes out every last drop of juice, and then pours it into a nice sealed cup. It's basically an entire juice bar packed into one single box. And that should mean getting rid of all the usual costs of running a business.
So here's the big disconnect. The promise is that we're getting cheaper, easier juice because of technology, but the reality we're facing is a price that feels way more expensive. So where did things go wrong? Well, the answer, it turns out, is in all the hidden costs, the stuff you don't see when you're just looking at the machine. To really get it, we need to look past the oranges and the cup and unpack the real business that's running behind the scenes. So let's dive in. And here we go, the first huge shocker. The machine itself, just buying one of these things, costs between 8 and 12 lakh rupees. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a massive investment that the business owner has to earn back one expensive cup of juice at a time. This is not your corner store snack machine, that's for sure.
But believe it or not, that huge price tag is just the start. Now we get to something called overhead costs. And these aren't just one-time payments. These are the expenses that keep coming month after month just to keep that machine switched on and ready to go.
So what are we talking about here? Well, first up, location, location, location. These machines are usually in prime spots like fancy malls, and that means paying some seriously high rent every single month. Then you've got to have internet for all those digital payments. You have the electricity bill, which is always running, and kind of ironically, the fully automated machine still needs a person to come by every day to clean it, do maintenance, and refill it with fresh oranges.
So what looks like a simple standalone machine is really just the tip of a much bigger iceberg. Underneath it all, it's a pretty complex and high-cost business to run. The price you're paying for that juice isn't just for the fruit. You're paying for the machine itself, the mall's rent, the Wi-Fi, the power, and even the salary of the person who keeps it all going.
And all of this really makes you think about a much bigger question, one that goes way beyond juice. In our world of delivery apps and smart everything, we're constantly being sold convenience, but almost always at a premium. This little juice machine is the perfect example of that. And it leaves you wondering, is the high price we pay for getting something right now, right here, always worth it?